should be able to work these really, shouldn't I? I've done a bit of DJing myself in the past. Right, I've got Hylands. Really, you know, what do you want to know about me? You want to know why did I get into politics and a little bit about me. I was born in Gosport, down in Hylands at Blake's maternity home down there. My father was a Gosport man of 9 children, so it was a fairly large family, so I've got many relatives in the area. And I've lived here pretty much most of my life. I worked in various jobs and then went into computers in the 80s, wonderful little job to get into at the time, very stressful as you can imagine. And things kept changing, then you get more computers, they get faster, they get bigger, and you have to try and keep up with all of that. So when I got into sort of my mid to late 40s, I thought, well, I think it's about time I sort of stepped away from that. My children were all grown up. So we took over a pub. We took over a pub in Hylands in Gosport, and it was really there, although I'd had quite an interest in politics pretty much throughout most of my life, it was really there that I started to think, maybe I should start getting involved. You stand there, you talk to people at the bar, and obviously they've got something to say about what's going on in the country. So I thought, well, I can either stand here and moan with the rest of them, or I can stand up and see what I can do about it. I've always been a Liberal sort of way back since the old days, so to speak, when it was actually just the Liberal Party and before it started becoming Liberal Democrats and whatever it was called in between. Now, what do I hope to do going forward? I hope to actually try to make a difference for Gosport. Gosport, Lee-on-the-Solent, Hylands is the constituency. I know a bit about Gosport, living here pretty much most of my life, as you would imagine. I know what most of the main issues are. I know that's not something that tends to, that most of these questions are likely to be about tonight, because we're talking about Christian issues in main terms. But the vision for Gosport, I think that we need to be looking forward to try and improve the lot of the people that live in Gosport. One of the things we have is we don't have a huge amount of employment in the town. So that means most people have got to travel out to go to work, and we all know what that's like going down A32, because it's a complete nightmare. Some people have to leave sort of 3/4 an hour early to get down there. So there are sort of 3 main areas that we need to look at and address within Gosport itself. That's the issue of employment, there is the issue of transport, and then on top of that, because of the fact that we don't have a huge amount of employment, there's not a huge amount of training for our young people, so we need to look at those 3 areas. Now on top of that, everybody says, please don't build any more houses. Now you can understand why, because more houses mean more people travelling out of the town and more hassle on the road. So I think really we should stop building more houses. I'll go to government and say, look, stop building more houses in Gosport until you actually sort the rest of it out, because we really can't afford to put any more in. Now that would be the main sort of policy issues, etc. Now, what could I do for Gosport? Well, one of the interesting things that's happening at the moment, and I'm sure you've all been watching the TV, and our illustrious leader Nick Clegg is doing quite well, isn't it? It's a good day to be a Liberal Democrat, is what I've been saying. He's doing a wonderful job at the moment. The leaders' debate, it's the first time probably that he's had an equal stage with both of the other parties, and he's done himself no end of good. And he did the party no end of good. Now we could end up in a situation where the Liberal Democrats hold that balance of power. So what does that give me as a Liberal Democrat if I get voted in to Parliament? It gives me a heck of a lot of power to go and wield for Gosport. And trust me, I would use that. The other parties are going to need Liberal Democrat votes to get whatever they want done through. And I would say, well, that's fine enough, that's fair enough, I'll help you out there, but you've got to help us out, because we've been left. We've been left for quite some time, and it's about time we got a better deal down here. Now, I'm not sure if that was 5 minutes or not, but that's about all I can say for myself. Thank you very much for listening.